In this video, we'll be ranking the top 20 characters in Demon Slayer. We will start with the weakest upper moon, 𝗲𝐸, and by the end of the video, we'll be covering some of the most powerful characters. 𝗲𝐸 is a very powerful demon that is more than 100 years old. She, along with her brother, is the main antagonist in the Entertainment District arc. 𝗲𝐸 has been personally acknowledged by Muzan himself as being a special demon. It's been noted that 𝗲𝐸 was able to kill and eat 7 Hashiras in the past, further exemplifying her strength. And if you think that's crazy, just remember that there are 19 more characters stronger than her. Her flesh detachment, in the form of a sentient Obisash, was strong enough to hold off the combined efforts of Zenitsu, Inosuke, Makio, and Suma, the former two being seasoned demon slayers, while the latter two being shinobis. Even a weaker form of 𝗲𝐸 was already too much for Tanjiro, who had begun to actively use the Hinokami Kagura in combat. After her Obi spread across the entire city returns to her, 𝗲𝐸's power dramatically increases, so much so that her speed in this form was incomparable from before. In this form, her sashis also become more durable, allowing them to slice Nezuko's body in half and destroy buildings with ease. Furthermore, once Gyutaro's eye is implanted in her, 𝗲𝐸's power is amplified once again, giving her improved speed and reflexes that can outclass the likes of Zenitsu's Thunderclap and Flash technique. This also allows 𝗲𝐸 to coordinate her attacks with her brother, drastically increasing their offensive output. Even though she held the lowest number for the upper-ranked demons, she showed immense power, proving just how strong the upper moons are. Let's continue this list with one of the fan favorites. Number 19, Inosuke Hashibira. We first saw him at Tsuzumi Mansion, and he quickly became a very important part of the show. Inosuke is a very skilled and talented swordsman, as he was able to learn total concentration breathing on his own and developed his very own breathing style known as beast breathing, based on his own instincts and upbringing in the mountains by wild boars. He passed final selection and became a demon slayer without any formal training. Inosuke is more than capable of hunting and slaying demons on his own, as he easily killed the horned demon in the Tsuzumi Mansion without any trouble. He has shown on multiple occasions to be able to hold his own and contribute in fights against upper rank demons, including upper rank 6 Gyutaro and 𝗲𝐸, as well as the much stronger upper rank 2 Doma. He is also incredibly gifted, possessing inhuman senses and superhuman flexibility, as well as natural aptitude in combat. Most impressively, Inosuke was able to fend off the Demon King, Muzan, along with his fellow comrades, showing the skill that is equal to a Hashira. Number 18, Zenitsu Agatsuma. Even though it was never officially stated that Zenitsu is stronger than Inosuke, we rated him higher on the list due to the massive potential of his breathing style. From the beginning, Zenitsu comes off as a very talented demon slayer, though he denies this. Zenitsu's true strength awakens when he is asleep, as that's when his nerves that normally keep him from accessing his true strength give out, making him more sagacious, calm, and precise in combat, which allowed him to instantly decapitate the tongue demon and defeat the spider demon by himself. He was later able to defend 3 entire train carts that were being under attack by Enmu. A few months after that, he was able to stand on equal grounds with an awakened 𝗲𝐸 with the assistance of Inosuke, and later managed to blitz her with Thunderclap and Flash, his signature ability. As further credence to his strength, Zenitsu was able to advance to the highest point of the Hashira training. However, his true strength seems to manifest when Zenitsu can fight while awake, as he managed to match the new upper rank 6 Kaigaku in power by himself, and later decapitated him using his own 7th form, Flaming Thunder God. By the end of the series, Zenitsu's strength more than likely matched that of the Hashira. The first Hashira on our list is Obanai Iguro, coming in on the 17th spot. As a Hashira of the Demon Slayer Corps, Obanai is a very powerful and skilled swordsman. It was revealed that he was more or less blind in his right eye, meaning he ascended to the highest rank in the Demon Slayer Corps with one functioning eye. This, combined with his small physique and subpar physical strength, makes it especially impressive that Obanai managed to attain Hashira status. During the Infinity Castle arc, Obanai was able to quickly decapitate numerous demons and hold back the newly appointed upper rank 4, Nakime. When engaging in battle with the Demon King, Obanai was able to land a lot of hits on him, slashing off limbs and nearly beheading him over the course of the battle. After he and the rest of the Demon Slayers were heavily injured by Muzan's attack, Obanai was the first one to regain consciousness and aid Tanjiro despite having his eyes clawed out during the earlier attack. Since Muzan was severely weakened by the drugs in his system, Obanai and Tanjiro managed to fend off and push the Demon King into a corner by themselves, displaying incredible stamina and endurance. Despite getting getting directly hit by Muzan's shockwave technique, he still took a hit for Tanjiro when Muzan was able to bite his head off. Even though Obanai lost his life at the end of the battle, he was undoubtedly one of the biggest contributors in subduing the Demon King. And if you're strong enough to hold the ground against Muzan, you're definitely deserving a place on our list. In 16th place is another Hashira, Tengen Uzue, the Sound Pillar. Even though we only got to see him fighting in the Entertainment District arc, he showed incredible skill as he was fighting two Upper Moon demons. Tengen has displayed incredible physical feats of strength and speed, being the second physically strongest Hashira in the current generation, as well as being the fastest runner of all the Hashira. As he was raised by shinobis and trained ruthlessly to become a true shinobi himself, he had developed other great qualities as well. Skills-wise, he could match the combat proficiency of both Daki and Gyutaro, both of which are upper-rank demons that have fought and killed exactly 22 Hashiras in the past. Tengen was also able to effortlessly decapitate Daki without her even realizing it. Impressively, he was able to fend off the combined efforts of Daki and Gyutaro while being infected by a poison that would kill someone instantly under normal circumstances. Tengen has also showcased great skill and precision in using explosives, minimizing damage dealt to the surroundings and maximizing the damage dealt to his opponents. Due to his shinobi training, Tengen has great technical skills and sharper senses, especially his sense of hearing, which helped him greatly during the course of his battles. Even after losing his left arm to Gyutaro, Tengen was still able to keep up with the upper ranks movements, further exemplifying his extraordinary combat proficiency. Number 15, Gyutaro. As the true upper rank 6, Gyutaro is an incredibly powerful demon with over a century worth of combat experience under his belt, making him an extremely deadly individual, having killed a total of 15 Hashira in the past. His immense skills and abilities were evident as he possessed the means to easily combat both Tengen and Tanjiro at the same time. Even when the battle turned in the favor of the Demon Slayers, Gyutaro and Daki quickly managed to take control of the situation and overwhelm them. Another testament to his power is the fact that despite being killed in battle, Gyutaro was still capable of severely injuring and maiming Tengen, Tanjiro, and Inosuke, and would have likely killed them if not for his own arrogance getting the better of him. Muzan Kibutsuji later stated that he regretted not letting Gyutaro fight from the start, and that if he did, he would probably be victorious against Demon Slayers. Number 14, Gyoko. As the holder of the 5th highest position in the 12 Kizuki, Gyoko is an extremely powerful demon. His unique blood demon art and techniques allow him to easily outclass the average demons and give him the necessary edge to overwhelm and kill even the most skilled and powerful swordsmen in the Demon Slayer Corps. As upper rank 5, Gyoko is more powerful than Gyutaro and Daki, although we can't be sure since we never saw them fight each other. In the case of the emergency, Gyoko can molt in and transform into his true form, boosting all his abilities and liberating him from his vase, allowing him to move freely without needing to teleport. Gyoko's true body is extremely durable. The upper rank remarked that the scales that cover his body are harder than diamonds. Furthermore, whatever Gyoko touches is transmuted into fish, making him extremely dangerous to fight in close range. Most notably, in his duel with Muichiro, Gyoko was able to overpower and hold the Hashira back for the majority of their fight, even managing to bring him to the brink of death. If not for Gyoko's inherent egotistical nature and Muichiro awakening his Demon Slayer mark, the upper rank would probably be able to kill him. Number 13, Tanjiro Kamado. Throughout the series, Tanjiro slowly becomes more and more powerful with each of his encounters and battles against the demons. Even from the very beginning of his training, Tanjiro has always been a sword-fighting prodigy, starting out with skills rivaling Sabito and avenging his death by defeating the Hand Demon. Despite being Mizunoto ranked, his skill with the sword was superior to many of his seniors. He was able to go toe-to-toe with many lower-ranked demons and defeat them. Tanjiro's first big transition in power came when he was struggling to inflict any damage on lower moon demon Rui. He was then able to use a secret technique called Hinokami Kagura, a type of sun breathing. With this new power, Tanjiro could easily slice through Rui's threads and finally managed to injure him. After going through rehabilitation and learning total concentration breathing, Tanjiro became strong enough to stand on equal ground against an upper moon demon, Daki. He was able to use Hinokami Kagura again during the battle and was very close to beheading the demon all by himself. Even after being physically exhausted from his fight against Daki, he was able to assist Tengen in his battle against Gyutaro and later awakened his Demon Slayer mark and beheaded the demon. Tanjiro was even able to defeat the upper rank 3 𝐻𝐸𝐴, whom he had a great hate for after 𝐻𝐸𝐴 killed his friend and Hashira Rengoku. Both he and Gyu struggled against Upper Moon, but in the end, Tanjiro was able to behead him after accessing the transparent world and selfless state. After the fight, Tanjiro and Gyu encountered the Demon King himself. Tanjiro managed to hold him off despite losing one of his eyes and being poisoned, almost losing his life as a result. After Muzan defeated all demon slayers that were attacking him, Tanjiro was able to fight against him single-handedly. Muzan expressed feelings of unease towards Tanjiro due to the similarities between him and Yorichi, the strongest demon slayer and swordsman to ever exist. With the help of Obanai, Tanjiro managed to drive the Demon King into the corner and stall him until sunrise, putting an end to Muzan once and for all. Number 12. Muichiro Tokito. Muichiro Tokito, often referred to as the Chosen One, is Mist Hashira of the Demon Slayer Corps and arguably the member with the most development potential. As Muichiro was the descendant of the upper rank 1 Kokushibo, the former demon slayer who used moon breathing, Muichiro was born with special abilities like him. He joined the Demon Slayer Corps at a very young age. By harsh training and already present strength, he became a Hashira in only 2 months, leaving everyone shocked. He could easily overpower demon slayers older than him, like Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. After awakening his Demon Slayer mark, Muichiro is able to single-handedly defeat Gyoko upper rank 5 with relative ease even after the upper rank assumed his true form, demonstrating just how powerful he really was. His technique was also praised by Kokushibo for being well developed for one so young. Later on in the fight, his contributions proved to be crucial in upper rank 1's defeat. After unlocking the transparent world and the ability to turn his Nichiren sword into a bright red color, Muichiro was able to land a critical blow on upper rank 1, which played a pivotal role in his defeat. Number 11. Nakime. Nakime is actually the first Upper Moon we see in anime, but at that time, she was not officially a member of the 12 Kizuki. She was granted the title after form upper rank 4, Hantengu, was killed by Tanjiro. Upon obtaining the rank and presumably receiving more blood from Muzan, she displayed the new ability to create and detach several eyeballs from her body. This allowed her to spy on others from a long range. With this new ability, she was able to successfully find and locate the positions of nearly all members of the Demon Slayer Corps, as well as the hidden mansion of Kagaya Ubuyashiki, who had gone to extreme lengths to hide its location from even the highest ranking members of the Demon Slayer Corps. Despite not displaying much in terms of fighting ability as the holder of the 4th highest position in the organization, Nakime is an extremely powerful demon. She was capable of using unorthodox blood demon art to deny the efforts of Obanai and Mitsuri at beheading her and stalled the 2 Hashira for most of the Infinity Castle arc, with neither of the 2 skilled combatants being able to so much as scratch her. Her signature ability was the creation of the Infinity Castle. Nakime's blood demon art takes the form of an extra-dimensional space that houses a fortress of infinite scale. As the owner of this infinite fortress, Nakime also possesses dominion over the space, being able to manipulate and alter it at will by simply strumming her biwa. In her fortress, there are countless rooms with seemingly endless variety, like an open room filled with giant pillars where the fight against Kokushibo took place, a small garden where the fight against Doma took place, and a corridor leading to several other rooms where the fight against 𝐻𝐸𝐴 took place. Nakime sits at the center of the Infinity Castle, with the entire space being distorted around her. With such a unique ability, we think that Nakime definitely deserves her position of upper rank 4 and 11th place on our list. Number 10. Hantengu. Hantengu is the main antagonist in the Swordsmith Village arc and one of the most interesting demons in the whole Demon Slayer world. He has 7 different forms where each one is spawned after the previous one is killed. As the holder of the 4th highest title in the 12 Kizuki, Hantengu is one of the most powerful demons in the series. With his blood demon art, he's able to create 4 clones of himself, all of them possessing the same caliber of strength as an upper rank demon. These clones were able to hold off and overwhelm the combined efforts of Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya. Genya stated that Hantengu was particularly difficult to defeat, as demon slayers would have to play cat and mouse looking for the main body while being chased down by 4 upper rank level demons. As another testament to his strength, when the 4 clones fused into one form, Zohakuten, he was once again capable of fending off all 3 demon slayers as well as the love Hashira, Mitsuri. Even after the love Hashira awakened her Demon Slayer mark, she could only evade and dodge Zohakuten's attacks and stall until the Demon Slayers defeated the main body, Hantengu. As Zohakuten and Tanjiro stated, Mitsuri would have run out of stamina and died if not for the sun rising and Hatengu being killed. Number 9. Kyojuro Rengoku. When it comes to Hashiras, Kyojuro is one of the fan favorites. Apart from his goofy personality, he's extremely dedicated to his job and has slain many demons while being Flame Hashira. He became a Hashira by single-handedly defeating lower rank 2 Haido, who even appraised his swordsmanship before he died. Moreover, his father, the previous Flame Hashira, stated that after he stopped teaching his son, Kyojuro trained himself by learning from the guidebook of the Flame Breathing Style, a book which only had 3 volumes. One of Rengoku's greatest abilities was his extrasensory perception, as seen when he was capable of sensing demonic presences faster and more accurately than Tanjiro. He detected 2 demons on the train before anyone else did. Kyojuro was also able to perceive Tanjiro's injuries and torn blood vessels accurately, which allowed him to teach the boy how to stop the bleeding, preventing him from dying. As another testament to his strength, even the 4th most powerful demon of all time, 𝐷𝐸𝐴, acknowledged Kyojiro's strength. He even went as far as to offer to turn Kyojiro into a demon so he could surpass his human limits and become stronger, something he only offered to swordsmen whose abilities were trained to their absolute limits. 𝐷𝐸𝐴 also complimented his battle spirit and stated that it's getting close to the realm of the highest, which implied that he was incredibly close to obtaining the transparent world and the selfless state. Even though Rengoku died in his battle against 𝐷𝐸𝐴, he showed just how strong he really is and was almost able to kill upper rank 3 all by himself. Number 8. Giyu Tomioka. Giyu is the first Hashira we got to see in anime. He's the current water Hashira and the main reason for Tanjiro's joining the Demon Slayer Corps, as he was the one to send him to trainer Sakonji. During his fight against 𝐷𝐸𝐴, Upper Moon said himself that Giyu is the strongest Demon Slayer that he has fought in a long time. Because of this fact, we had to put him higher on the list than Rengoku. From the beginning, Giyu showed just how powerful Hashiras truly are. He was able to easily defeat the Father Spider Demon in his transformed state and Rui, lower rank 5, something Tanjiro and Inosuke failed to accomplish. Giyu was also shown easily beating dozens of demons equal to that of the lower ranks of the 12 Kizuki. During his fight against 𝐷𝐸𝐴, he was able to hold his own. The demon was amazed by Giyu's skills to the point that he offered to transform the Hashira into a demon, the same proposal he made to Rengoku. When he first awakened his mark, Giyu was able to momentarily overpower 𝐷𝐸𝐴, repeatedly cutting his arms, slicing his body, and even cutting his neck. When he encountered the Demon King, Muzan, Giyu was able to hold him off for a decent amount of time along with Tanjiro, and later played a pivotal role in his defeat. Moreover, after Tanjiro became a demon, Giyu was the first to act and fend him off, defending Zenitsu and Akakushi while fighting evenly with him, long enough for him to be turned back to a human. The 7th character on our list is Sanemi, the Wind Pillar. We can't be sure if he is actually stronger than Giyu because in a sparring match, both pillars were able to hold their own. It is Sanemi's wind breathing and its attacking characteristics that made us rank him higher than Giyu. Sanemi has displayed his extraordinary abilities and proficiency in combat on multiple occasions. In the Infinity Castle arc, Sanemi was shown to be capable of annihilating dozens of demons comparable to lower rank demons, and later could hold his own against upper rank 1, Kokushibo. According to Kokushibo, Sanemi's physical abilities and techniques have reached their absolute maximum. Kokushibo also commented that Sanemi and Gyome were highly skilled, even among the ranks of the Hashira. One of his signature abilities is actually his own blood. Sanemi's blood was revealed to be one of the rarest blood types, making it incredibly intoxicating to demons. It's also unique due to its intense potency. Even the smallest whiff of his blood immediately causes demons to salivate and lose focus, as his blood was able to affect even the strongest of the upper ranks, Kokushibo. However, its effects waned after a while and was proven to be completely ineffective against Muzan. Despite his blood's potency, Nezuko was shown to be able to resist it due to her own strong conviction and will. He is also thought to be a Hashira with the best stamina. His incredible stamina and pain endurance also shone through during his battle with Kokushibo, where he could keep up with the upper rank demon for an extended period of time by himself without the Demon Slayer mark, and upon receiving numerous severe injuries from one of Kokushibo's techniques, still continued to fight, which left demons in shock. Number 6. 𝐷𝐴𝐴. When it comes to demons and their backstories, 𝐷𝐴𝐴 surely has a unique one. As a child without martial arts training, 𝐷𝐴𝐴 could defeat and knock grown men unconscious on his own. At the age of 18, after learning the martial arts from Keizo, he was capable of single-handedly annihilating 67 trained adult swordsmen with his bare fists, a feat which even Muzan couldn't believe was performed by a mere human. Even after Muzan transformed him into a demon, he continued fighting barehanded. As the holder of the 3rd highest position in the 12 Kizuki, 𝐂𝐑𝐄𝐽 is an extremely powerful demon and combatant, having been able to defeat Rengoku and numerous Hashira as well as countless demon slayers in the past. 𝐂𝐑𝐄𝐽 possesses incredible abilities and attributes, most notably his martial arts prowess, which can outmatch the swordsmanship of even the most skilled demon slayers, and his ability to sense fighting spirit, which allows him to predict his opponent's attacks and discern their weaknesses, making him highly unbeatable. During the Infinity Castle arc, he was able to fight and overwhelm both Tanjiro and Giyu during their fight, despite them both being Hashira level swordsmen with the demon slayer marks. 𝐂𝐑𝐄𝐽 was only defeated when Tanjiro awakened the selfless state, which directly countered his extrasensory perception. Even after being decapitated, 𝐂𝐑𝐄𝐽 managed to regrow his head through sheer willpower and his extraordinary regenerative abilities. If 𝐂𝐑𝐽𝐽 didn't lose his will to continue fighting, he would have certainly killed both demon slayers, as he had already rendered them extremely fatigued. Number 5. 𝐷OMA. As the holder of upper rank 2, 𝐷OMA is the second highest ranking member in the 12 Kizuki and the third strongest demon in existence. His combination of combat skill and his powerful cryokinetic blood demon art in battle is powerful enough to overwhelm and defeat the insect Hashira, Shinobu, without any difficulty, and he also noted to have defeated Kanae Kocho, the late flower Hashira, in the past. 𝐷OMA was also able to take out Inosuke and Kanao, who were on par with the Hashiras, simultaneously without much effort either. According to 𝐷OMA, 𝐂𝐑𝐽𝐽, who holds the rank of upper 3, would have no chance of defeating him in battle. As further credence to 𝐷OMA's immense power, he rarely fights seriously and instead adopts a casual and carefree attitude even in life and death situations, against the most powerful demon slayers, only ever becoming serious when his life is in serious danger, such as when the deadly effects of Shinobu's poisons became apparent. His cryokinesis blood demon art is what actually makes him upper rank 2. He can generate ice and frost from his flesh and blood, and can spawn it anywhere in his vicinity, as well as manipulating it at will, allowing him to unleash incredibly potent ice techniques. Additionally, the ice created from his blood demon art is extremely lethal to those that inhale it, causing the cells of the victim's lungs to die and rendering them unable to breathe normally. His ice has also been noted to be extremely cold, as shown when the air around 𝐷OMA's ice was cold enough to make Shinobu's lungs feel as if they were about to burst, and nearly freeze Kanao's body and surroundings just by coming into contact with it. Even though 𝐷OMA was defeated in the end, we think that if he took the fight more seriously from the start, he would definitely be able to kill all 3 of his opponents. Number 4. Gyome Himejima. Gyome is the stone pillar and one of the strongest humans to ever live. He is stated by both Tanjiro and Inosuke to be the strongest demon slayer in the entire organization. As remarked by Tengen Uzui, Gyome climbed to the rank of a Hashira in a mere 2 months. This is further given credence by Kokushibo, who noted that Gyome's physical abilities have been trained to their absolute maximum, and also stated that in the last 300 years, he's not encountered a warrior as strong as Gyome. He was able to put up a fight against the strongest upper rank without the use of his Demon Slayer mark, further showing the extent of his skill. Later, during his battle, he revealed that he too had awakened his mark, appearing as cracked earth fissure-like patterns on both of his forearms. When activated, it drastically increases his physical abilities, such as his strength, speed, and stamina, allowing him to fight the upper rank for an extended period of time. Due to being blind, Gyome has compensated and alternated his senses to adapt to his condition, effectively developing a superhuman sense of hearing. His sense of hearing was so acute that Gyome could accurately discern and interact with his surroundings normally, even engaging in high-speed combat with demons without trouble. Gyome uses the sound of his chains rattling to tell the exact position the chain is in, and he uses that to guide his axe and flail during combat. After the fight against Kokushibo, Gyome, who was injured and slightly fatigued, was able to contribute to driving Muzan into a corner. Gyome is definitely the strongest out of all the Hashiras in the Demon Slayer Corps, and that's why he's ranked so high on this list. Number 3. Kokushibo. Kokushibo, formerly known as Michikatsu Tsukikuni, is the brother of Yoriichi Tsukikuni, the original creator of breathing styles. Jealousy and hate towards his brother led him to accept Muzan's offer to become a demon, believing that he will become stronger than his brother and that he will never die. Kokushibo was an extraordinarily powerful demon, proven to be the strongest of the 12 Kizuki and the second strongest demon in existence, just behind the Demon King, Muzan Kibutsuji himself. As one of the oldest demons in the series, he had battled numerous demon slayers and obtained vast experience and knowledge of combat. He was able to easily decipher the techniques and skills of the Hashiras and overwhelm them in battle. His physique is one of the most polished and immense in existence, as not only is he a user of total concentration breathing, but also a marked individual, as well as a member of the 12 Kizuki, who possesses the highest concentration of Muzan's blood. He created his own breathing style, moon breathing, that is, still to this day, one of the most powerful breaths in the world. These overall abilities and skills allowed Kokushibo to defeat 2 Hashira with minimal effort, and then fight against both Sanemi and Gyome, the latter of which was considered to be the most powerful among Hashiras. Even when Gyome and Sanemi awakened their Demon Slayer marks, which increased their physical abilities way above their normal limits, he was still capable of holding his own against both of them simultaneously. As a testament to his might, it ultimately took a combo of attacks from Gyome, Sanemi Muichiro, and Genya, all of which who were exceptionally strong individuals, to even land a significant injury on him. He was so strong, the only way that the Demon Slayers had a chance at winning was to immobilize him, which took the lives of Muichiro and Genya, the latter needing to use a blood demon art in order to do so, meaning that normal attacks wouldn't work against Kokushibo at all. Toward the end of their fight, he even acquired the ability to regenerate his severed head, leaving the sun as his only weakness. Ultimately, Kokushibo's loss was mostly a result of his resolve wavering upon realizing that his lust for power had turned him into a monster, causing him to stop regenerating rather than the skills of his opponents. Finally, the next one on our list is Demon Lord himself, Muzan Kibutsuji. Before we start with explaining Muzan's powers, we think that Muzan should share this place with Tanjiro's Demon King form. Although we only see this form of Tanjiro briefly near the end of the manga, it's clear that his strength was outstanding. We don't want to make a separate entry for this form since there isn't enough information about it, so if you wondered where we put it, it's the second place. Now let's go back to explaining Muzan. As the first demon to exist and as the progenitor of all demons, Muzan is the strongest demon in existence and possesses tremendous power and attributes far superior to all of the 12 Kizuki. After consuming the blue spider lily, Muzan developed supernatural blood with special properties that can transform humans into demons once ingested. His special blood also seems to give rise to a plethora of special abilities unique to demons, such as powerful regeneration, the power to shapeshift, immortality, an accelerated growth rate, enhanced physical prowess, and even supernatural abilities called blood demon arts. Muzan can control demons he created to a certain extent, as seen when he was able to take control of Nakime's body in order to try to force absorption of Yushido's cells in order to stop his interference when he attempted to usurp power of the Infinity Castle. During the course of the series, we could see Muzan in many forms, but his combat form is where his power really lays. In this form, he's strong enough to create massive craters in the ground or destroy entire chunks of buildings. The sharp-toothed jaws located all over his body in this form not only serve as his main form of offense in battle, but also have the purpose of helping him recover faster since he could use the jaws to tear apart his opponents and eat their flesh. His immense abilities were best displayed when he was able to hold his own against 5 Hashiras. He was later able to put Tanjiro in a state of near death in a single attack, and would have nearly killed Mitsuri had she not been rescued by fellow demon slayers. Gyome, Gyu, Sanemi, and Obanai would have also succumbed to his poison and died if they didn't receive antidotes. After approximately 30 minutes of fighting against the Hashira, Muzan manifested leg whips, which increased his attack speed exponentially to a point where he instantly defeated the exhausted demon slayers. However, it was later revealed that Muzan was gradually becoming slower due to Tamayo's aging medicine, which has been affecting him for the entirety of the battle. Despite this, he was still able to easily defeat the demon slayers and hold the advantage over Tanjiro, who mastered sun breathing. Although Muzan was a demon lord with seemingly infinite power, there's one character who is even stronger than him, and that's none other than Yoriichi Tsugikuni, who takes a top spot on our list. Yoriichi is the strongest known demon slayer in history, being born with the demon slayer mark, transparent world, and selfless state, as well as possessing a godlike physique and innate swordsmanship talent. As a child who has never picked up a sword before, he was able to defeat a trained sword instructor effortlessly, and he was referred to as a miraculous prodigy beyond compare. After training as a demon slayer, Yoriichi could defeat multiple demons to where his older brother stated that he, as a child, couldn't even compare to him as an adult. He alone was able to corner Muzan Kibutsuji and overpowered him in an instant and had him on the verge of death until he managed to escape. Despite having avoided death, Muzan was deeply scarred by that encounter, referring to him as a monster, and even the sight of his earrings made him tremble in shock, and the mere memories of Yoriichi caused the bodies of other demons who have never met him to tremble. Shortly before his death of at least 85 years in age, he battled his older twin brother, Kokushibo, who turned into a demon. Despite both his old age and apparent blindness, he quickly gained the upper hand in the battle with a single move, slitting his throat before he finally died standing up, unscathed. Kokushibo himself admits that if Yoriichi launched a second swing before dying, he would have killed him, while commenting Yoriichi's power was still in his prime. Yoriichi's strength is not even comparable to anyone else in the entire story. He was the first breathing style user and the only one who got Muzan to his knees. Therefore, he is deserving of first place on our list. Click on this video where we explained all breathing styles in Demon Slayer.